Yes, I am.
Go ahead.
Our mission, Helping Parents Heal, is a nonprofit organization dedicated to assisting bereaved parents. Through support and resources offered, we aspire to help individuals become shining light parents, meaning a shift from a state of emotional heaviness to one of hopefulness and greater peace of mind. Helping Parents Heal goes a step beyond other groups by allowing the open discussion of spiritual experiences and afterlife evidence in a non-dogmatic way. Helping Parents Heal affiliate groups welcome everyone, regardless of religious or non-religious background, and encourage open dialogue. Attendance at all of our meetings is voluntary. All discussions that take place at affiliate-led meetings are confidential. We hope that participants will learn from and share with each other. Zoom meetings run by leadership are not confidential. These meetings typically feature guest presenters and are posted on YouTube so that affiliate members worldwide can watch and benefit. Neither type of Helping Parents Heal meeting is designed to replace traditional therapy or spiritual counseling. Helping Parents Heal offers a wide variety of speakers, allowing parents to learn about many possible ways to heal. This includes presenters covering progressive topics such as afterlife evidence and connecting with our children who have passed. The views expressed by our guest speakers may or may not reflect the opinions of Helping Parents Heal leaders and members, so we ask that you take from their presentations whatever may benefit you personally. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, Elaine. We're so glad that you're here with us this evening.
Yes,
Welcome.
we are so glad that you're here with us. And your bio is very, very short, so I'm going to quickly read it so that we can get started. Elaine Portner is a gifted evidential medium, compassionate spiritual teacher, and experienced meditation coach, as well as an accomplished author. Through her exceptional skills as a medium, she makes a difference in the lives of people across the globe through communication with the departed. Transformative spiritual experiences that empower all of us to develop our own intuition and connection to our loved ones in spirit are her intention. Please learn more about her on her website, www.elaineportner.com, which I will post in the chat box. And without further ado, please join me in welcoming Elaine Portner. Welcome, Elaine.
Thank you. What a sincere pleasure it is to be with you. I keep returning and returning because I have enjoyed every single session that I have done with Helping Parents Heal. You would have to know that I learn just as much as you do in the same moment about so many things. So I always argue that I'm always right and I always know. And it's so fascinating because I can tell you from reading well over 13,000 people that it changes. The language doesn't change as much as the way the reception is happening. And I love that because the way that I deliver messages, and Elizabeth said it in my bio, that it is about, or should be about, an empowering tool for you. Because if I got here and I'm not any different than you are, then you can get there too. And where are we talking about? Where are we going, right? We're going to places that allow our hearts to open to our loved ones on the other side. Moreover, we have these unbelievable exchanges of energy. Sometimes that energy shifts itself into a language, a feeling, a knowingness, some kind of sensation, and it should give you the chance to wake up to a particular different world. And even in the intro, Irene was saying that, you know, there's testimonial evidence and there's obvious signs and things like that. And so it's really good to be in that world. Not everybody can share that world. Mediums certainly do, but I would say to you that this organization creates such an incredible foundation for you, just the spirited you that is here, to unfold. Don't know which direction, which way, or whatever, but Like that is what's happening. That might be all that's happening, but it's so lovely. Let's get to it, right? So I always offer a meditation first, and then I believe that you'll help me with the readings by the information that I pick up so the messages can come. I will explain that when we're done the meditation, but really important to make sure that you allow yourself time, perhaps every day, to sit in stillness. If you know that there are moments where you need to pull away or to retreat or to replug in or to connect, that's what meditation can be for you. So try not to get ahead of it and think like you should feel something. The more you empty and release yourself, you will feel something, even if it's emptiness for a moment, but you have to be peaceful enough to know that energy is flowing through you. And then you get to experience that in a more pristine way because you're not distracted by other things around you. So with that lead in, I would ask you all to, if you can, sit up tall in your seat. If you feel like you're in a place where you'd like to, that's so sweet. Everybody's so great. If you feel like you would like to lie down, then use this for that. This is all for you to take whatever you can. So, and be greedy. So here we are. As we sit tall in our seats, did I even introduce myself or you did? So we're good. My name's Elaine. Good to be here. So we sit tall in our seat or lie down comfortably. We release our shoulders down towards our feet. We open up our chest, which means that you expand from your center of your chest to the outside, like east-west, if you will. And as we breathe, we can feel that our body, our cavity opens up. The face becomes soft, the eyes close. We take easy inhales and exhales, and we take a back seat to the cadence of our own life force. This meditation invites you in to release and to relax and perhaps to recreate or recreate a version of you. We inhale and we exhale, and our breath begins to be slower, more conscious, and more expanded. Synchronizing that sensation and movement to the process of being still. Inhaling deeply, exhaling deeper. Take the time to notice if your breath can slow you down and increase your awareness of being simple, a soulful being, breathing, becoming a detached observer to our own prana, our life force, breathing in and breathing out. I may suggest that every few seconds. Follow your own rhythm. If it meets up with yours or reminds you to breathe consciously, then just let that happen. And as you settle in, you begin to increase the inner light within. At the mere suggestion of this guidance, you, only you, get to determine where that inner light is. It may begin to be a vision for you, a feeling, a sense of warmth, a vision, an experience of a light within. So take a few moments as you breathe and ask for it to show itself to you. You're becoming sensitized to your body. If you feel something else like the chills, like your loved ones on the other side, or any sensory awareness that comes to you, allow that to happen. It's your body, your mind, and your spirit talking to you all in one breath as you inhale and exhale. And if you feel nothing at all, congratulations. It's important for you to know that you're on hold, that you have a pause. But I can assure you that you're experiencing calmness of sensation and peace. As you continue to breathe, you're probably appreciating yourself in some way. Take the time to do this in these moments, inhaling and exhaling. When we come into these places of greater peace, we initiate gratitude to such a level of awareness that that is something that you can feel, perhaps from head to toe. The heart allows us to expand the sensation beyond the physical body because you're opening up your heart to yourself and your loved ones. If we're all connected, we're all connected. Luxuriate in the sensations of peace, calmness, unity, connection. Continue to inhale and exhale, and maybe see it as a vacation. Maybe see it as this wonderful cruise, this wonderful time away from what you would normally be experiencing if your mind, your body, and spirit weren't sitting still in meditation. Continue to inhale and exhale and allow the energy to come to you. And certainly at this time, if you feel as though something is getting between that, to allow yourself to release it, even momentarily. Perhaps there will be or can be more inroads into your greater stillness. We don't know, we just practice inhaling and exhaling. You may feel the layers of the outer edges of you slip away. That's exactly what you can feel. Each one of us is so unique. You get to feel whatever you want to feel. Continue to breathe in and out. We're going to take the time here now through a guided message of pulling up all of our energy. If you're not sure what that means, then I suggest that you actually perhaps sit up a little bit taller, pull the energy from the earth, let it move through your body, through your head, and then above your head. Try that cycle of breath, that cycle of awareness, that movement from the outside of you all the way through you and back out again as you create a circuitry of light, a movement of inhaling and exhaling. You're participating in the shift of your awareness. Please allow that to happen as you continue to breathe with it. as you are in this incredible space of creating a circle of light within you, without you, within you, without you, the inhale, the exhale, the breath, the oxygen, the connection. You may begin to do this with your loved one as you begin to feel them, touch them, sense them. Let them continue in this circuitry of light, moving through you, out of you, still connected, moving through you, out of you, still connected. And become calm as you allow this wheel of energy to run through you and outside of you. Yet never so far away that if you truly raised your arms out, you could connect and embrace that spiritual hug of love that you think may be above you, but it is really around you. Inhaling and exhaling. In these final moments, you may want to deliver a message to them. You may want them to deliver a message to you. Have full capacity and empowerment to understand, not from the ego sense, but from the spiritual divine being that you are here on earth, that you can hear, sense, see, know, feel. There are messages too. So we'll substantiate this sitting and this stillness by breathing in and out just for 10. You don't have to count. Just take 10 full deep inhalations and exhalations beginning now. Inhaling and exhaling. Please continue. Continue breathing halfway there. Filling yourself up and then releasing. Inhaling and exhaling. Final 2 breaths here with awareness. And final breath here. Feel the ounces of gratitude that you have filled your body with, even if you were fueling your body with natural energy. Know the value that you have of being here, about being a bright light for so many. This is living with purpose. And we're all very grateful that you're here tonight. Sending and spreading love for all of those around you, here and above. You may want to bring your hands to your heart. Sending messages of love to anyone, everyone, and all of those around you, whether they are here or no longer here. Final moments, take your inhales and exhales. Thank you so much for being here. So gently begin to kind of come back in to this room in this moment. And I wanted to express something. I will certainly take a question about meditation. I take it very seriously, even though I'm a happy medium and I make a lot of bad jokes. And I just want you to understand the sincerity of meditation, especially for some of you who are new. And for those of you who have been around a long time, or have been meditating for a long time, you already know the benefits of it. But if it is new to you and you're new to these types of education and conversations, I would say to you, just, you know, how did you feel when you first came on and how do you feel now, right? It should be, we don't measure these things, but quite more content. You might even like yourself a whole lot more because you didn't think you could calm down, and then you do, and then you find all this richness, and then you find all these connections, or you're able to think about something that you weren't able to think about before. So it also brings us into this ability to hear better, certainly. So it's a much easier way to learn. So I wanted to tell you that. I also wanted to share something else with you. What is, that's great. Somebody's incredibly happy and relaxed. I love that. Thank you. Well, you did all the work. I didn't do anything. I just coached you into it, right? It is such a beautiful world. And I will tell you that as a medium, it is how I developed my medium abilities. And the story is in my book. My book is on Amazon. You can easily read it. And if you would like to read it, you need me to send you a copy of my book, I can easily do that too. But the point is that the psychic ability was there, but in order to develop and have an open channel, more than forensic psychic sense, I needed to become incredibly more mindful. And that happened through meditation, which is really important. So I do take it very seriously. And I find it to be one of the most greatest health benefits. The only thing I wanted to bring up before I get started with the readings is that what I love is that certainly I want to get as many readings in as I can. And the second thing is that sometimes some of you follow up with me afterwards. And something that was a little bit consistent is, of course, people's desire to connect to their children in their own way, right? Like not using a medium, right? Bypassing the medium. And I contend that you are, and you do, and you want it to get better and stronger, and it can, and it will. And I also wanted to just make this slight suggestion that when I was working with some of you recently, I noticed that, yes, that was your desire to clarify the language, to hear them more often, have more signs. So I made a suggestion to this one particular mom that they should really write out and journal some of their questions to their loved ones. I really think that we need to articulate that and never doubt the answers that come back to you. But sometimes we don't feel like we can do that. And of course you can. It's a free world. You can do whatever you need to do to bring yourself to greater connection. So that's why in this meditation, I just wanted you to realize that it's you reaching out to them and them coming back to you. You know, it's a circuitry of light. So a couple of things about the readings that I'd like to start, unless anybody has a question about the meditation or about meditation. Is there any questions there first?
I don't think that there are any questions right now about the meditation, but there are a lot of people
Okay,
talking about the benefits from it.
great. Good, good, good. Okay, good. So just a few quick things about the readings. Everybody on the other side is fair game. And when I say that, that means if you're hearing from somebody else besides the person that you were asking for, let them in, okay? So let them in. You would be really surprised. You can change the relationship that you have with those on the other side, and they're wanting to do that, and that's often why they send you signs. I'm a happy medium. I don't have any bad news. You should know that. And that the other part about this is that I love questions. I say, let them answer questions that you already have on your mind. And if you feel like you're still left with them, then just provide the question and we'll provide the answers. And I'm going to tell you that what's very clear to me lately in the readings is that we're caught up in the literal world. They are not at all. So they are playful, they are light, they play with you, and they want to send you smiles and hugs and love and signs. And we just need to stay completely open to it. And I think that's it. So let's do it. Okay, I understand. So you'll help me in figuring out who this is, right? I think it
Yes.
works best when I give 3 items that can connect to this specific person. Thank you.
All right.
I had the name Sean or Sharon, and I had the number 17, and then I also had a male, and the 17 also might be something in the 70s. Whether you grew up in, oh, okay. Her son Sean passed on the 17th.
Yeah.
Okay, that might be it. I just want to ask, I didn't see her name or that person's name. Is it an M name, or do I have that person who has an M name in the family that's relatable to Sean?
Her last name is McHugh.
Okay, I'll take that.
Okay.
So
great.
Sean's
ask
last
her
name was
to
McHugh?
unmute.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Sean McHugh as well. Yes, exactly.
Thank you.
Hi, Kathy.
Hi, super excited.
Hi, sweetheart. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. So you were looking to connect to your son, Sean?
Yes,
Thank you. And he passed, or his birthday was on the 17th?
he passed on August 17th.
Thank you, I
This
understand.
coming August will be the first year. Yeah.
We understand. Thank you. And is there a 2? Was he, is there 20s, or was he his last?
Yep, 22.
22, 2s are it. Okay, thank you. I'm gonna take a moment. Thank you. Wow, woo-hoo. So, one moment, thank you. So I also have that somebody else's birthday is in July or something, or is that true?
Yes,
And who is that?
that's his grandfather. And he's over there with him.
Yeah. And you're so good because you already gave me the message that I was going to give you.
Oh, what's that? I'm a little spaced out right now.
That's all right. So that he's with his grandfather.
Oh, yes, yes.
Right. But so you already know that.
Oh, I know that. Yeah, my father-in-law is, they keep coming out together. Yes.
That's great. So I need to take a moment to understand a little bit more, but I do want to tell you that he's calling you beautiful. Do you know and understand that? Did he ever call you that? Your son we're talking about. And he says that he always felt like he had a beautiful mom. And he says that he can actually see that better now than he did when he was living. Do you understand him making that that expression?
Yes, yes.
Okay, because what he's claiming, which is really interesting, he's I love you, I love you, I love you. And he's like kind of really proud of you because he's saying that you just want to be proud of him too. And he's saying to you, you can, Mom, because I've graduated, which take all metaphors, because if he had trouble graduating before or whatever, this is important because I think education was an issue with him, was it?
No, it was extremely bright. Well, he didn't graduate. Yeah, he passed away before he could graduate college, but I think I know
Okay.
exactly, intuitively, I think I know exactly what he's talking about with graduating.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Really important. Thank you. And so he's saying to you that this is what he's graduated into he's calling it the steps of knowledge. And he says to you that we're all trying to gain knowledge. And he says that he feels like he gained the greatest lesson of life is to actually embrace it. So there's also an apology here, and he's saying to you that he never meant to leave early. And he says to you that he has gained so much awareness since he's been gone. This is why it's very easy for him to say to you how beautiful you are. It sounds very much like a childlike message of his maturity from gaining awareness on the other side. So he's trying to explain to you why he's calling you beautiful. And he says that it's the awareness that he has now. We understand that. He says that he understands, and the word here is the scope of life. So can I just ask you something? Thank you. Is there a Paul that's in your family, or a Paul that's relatable to grandfather or father's husband side? Where's the P
Yes.
name on that side of the family?
The P name. Well, I have a good friend, Paul, but I don't think he'd be referring to him.
No, is there a Patricia?
There is a Patricia and there is a Paul. Big Irish family. So you're gonna.
Oh, yeah, I'm hearing that. Is he saying hello to them?
That might be my father-in-law saying hi. Yeah, I'll have to figure that. I'll have to put that in my head and figure that out.
That's fine. There's just a connection to them. I need to just hone it in because he's trying to make a point to you. Thank you.
Okay.
Was there a hospitalization at one point, please?
A couple times, yes.
We understand. Wow. So they're saying that the university was very supportive to his passing, and that there's a dedication to him, and he says he knows it and he saw that. So he says, Mom, can you follow through with that? He says it will give him some type of legend there. So he's also referring to perhaps that college that somebody else went to too.
Okay.
And that's why he went there. So I don't understand what that is, but you can take all this. I'm just going to keep going here.
Okay.
Thank you. We're also saying that there should be, are you doing a lot of writing about him?
Yes, in different avenues. Yes.
Yes.
And writing
He
to
says
him.
this is really important. And he says to you that you need to do automatic writing because he wants to answer the questions. And I just talked about this, that you have.
I've been doing
Okay.
that, and I've been getting answers from that little buddy, and it's amazing. It's almost even in different writings. So I'm so proud of him. Yeah.
So I have chills everywhere because when that happens to me, when I know that there's a connection, my antenna goes up and so does yours, and we're meeting in the middle. So I want you to also understand, and what is the medical condition that's going on in the family, or was that with him? Something was that him?
Well, he struggled with addiction.
Right.
And he
I know
passed,
that.
Yeah. And he
Okay,
passed
but there's
another medical condition.
I just see like a lot of hospital visits, and he says he put himself there, and he says that he wants you to consider and know that his addiction was medical. It wasn't just emotional. He says to you that there's going to be a lot more information coming out on this for you to understand how he could have gotten himself into that place, which is why he's saying it's a medical condition.
That makes sense.
Okay, thank you. I also see this really big present with a red bow on it. Did you just receive it, or are you receiving it, or where's that gold box with a red bow?
I haven't received it yet, but I'd love to receive a box with a red bow. So I don't know.
This is really important because you haven't received it yet, but you're going to.
Okay.
And the thing is that the person who's giving it to you doesn't know that we're having this conversation, and you really shouldn't have it with them, but just wait for that gold box.
Okay.
Because your son knows about it. He says to you, Mom, just go to the water, take the vacation and go in July. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
Good. Thank you.
Wow. Okay. Well, thank you.
Do you have a question for him, please?
Yes. Has he been, can he help his brother and his sister?
Thank you, Kathy. Is there an A name? Is there Andrew here, an A name, a middle name?
Andrew, yes, a good close friend of him, and Andrew found him when he passed.
We understand. So is Andrew in connection with your son and your daughter who are having the challenges?
Well, the challenges of Sean passing, but Andrew is very close with Ryan, Sean's brother. Yes.
Fine, thank you. Yes. This sounds crazy, but he says it isn't. And he says to you, if it's possible of gathering and celebrating my life with them, it does help us get past this. So you might need to be leading it, because he says now you have the connection where he talks to you and you're being guided by him. So he's just saying it out loud. So that is something that you have to do for
So
them.
actually, that it popped in my head the other day. I have adopted all of his friends. They're my boys now.
Yes.
And I'm gonna have them all go down to the beach and write out a letter to Sean, and maybe write something that they want to release, something that's not serving them anymore, and throwing it. And I felt like that was Sean telling me to tell them to do that. So I'm gonna follow through.
I'm just
Okay.
repeating it.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
How beautiful is that? I am
Yes.
just the middle person here, the medium person, to give you what you already know and confirming it.
Thank you.
Lovely. Take a picture.
Oh, I will. Thank
Okay.
you. God bless. Thank you.
You're so welcome.
Oh my
Take
goodness.
care. I love it. Okay. Thank you. Are we back on? Okay, there we go. Love it.
Yes.
Okay, great.
Definitely. That was amazing. Oh my goodness.
Right. And so that it's evidence, right? That she's already, we were talking about the writing anyway, didn't know that Sean would be coming in talking about it. She's already hearing it. She knows how therapeutic it can be. She's sharing that with his friends. I mean, it's absolutely perfect. He tells her, go to the water. She's already doing that. I love it. Love it.
Well, and I hope that Kathy will send us something for the newsletter with a picture of Sean. And my email is elizabeth@helpingparentsheal.org, but it always helps other parents so much to have that. So thank you for doing that. Goodness gracious, both you, Kathy,
Wonderful.
and Elaine, and Sean.
Woohoo, love it. Okay, good. So I have something else. I have, I really do always appreciate getting numbers so it can make sense. We're talking about November, that's fine, but it's also a nickname like Babs. And Babs may be a grandparent that might be with the child, similar to the reading before, or is Babs Barbara, a nickname for Barbara, or a grandmother? Is last name Babs or Babbitt? Is there anything like that that's making sense to anybody? November. And Nick, oh, you're saying that. Yeah, let's just wait, because that's a little unusual. Babby. Right, let's do it. Because I'm hearing Babs, Babby. That's good enough for me.
Okay, so Valerie, let's see. Irene, are you able to unmute?
Just Valerie. I'm sorry, it was scrolling fast.
Sorry, yeah, Valerie. It doesn't.
Yes.
have me.
Okay, I've asked her to unmute. Hi, Valerie.
Hi guys,
Okay, so Valerie, just
can you
say,
see me? Can you hear me?
Can't
yes.
see you.
Hold on a second.
Can you put
I'm
your,
having trouble. Hold on.
There you are.
Hold on, I can't hear you. Hold on a second. Sorry about that. How about now?
Sounds good to me. Are you good?
Okay, hi. Sorry, I'm very technologically challenged, clearly.
I don't think so. I think you're good.
Hi, so
Let's talk
Bobby
about this.
is grandma, Bobby, but still alive.
That's fine. Just work with me for a moment. You have you lost a son on the other side?
My son is on the other side.
And what was November?
My birthday, I turned 50 in November.
Good, thank you. Has son been on the other side more than 2 years?
2.5 years, coming up on 3.
Thank you. Is M a part of the name at all? Is there a Michael in your life? Is there an M name that's important here?
Oh, his father is an M name,
Thank you.
and grandfather is an M name, not Michael, Mark.
Thank you. And then is that your his father's father, the grandfather? Or is that your father?
My father is Mark and my husband is Mark.
Oh, I got it. Okay,
We have two
thanks. That's what
Marks, yeah.
I didn't understand. Thank you. Hold
Yeah,
on, please. Wow. Okay, great. So I don't know. Am I seeing a lot of water around you? Do you have to be by water? Was he around water? Was he a water guy? Was he a boatman? Was he a
Yes.
swimmer? What is he's all in the water? You understand?
Yes, so I'm a water person. We live close to the beach in Los Angeles. He was in a swim team. I was told before by other mediums that he was close to the water, which he was not when he passed. But since his childhood, captain was it was all about the water and the boats and the ships.
Yes, right.
Big connection to the water.
We understand. So do you have your own boat?
We don't have our own boat, no.
Yet. I'm hearing that you might be getting a boat. Hold on.
It's not
hold on.
happening. No. We go on lots of cruises, so I mean, and
Which is really fine, but I don't know why I'm hearing it. And you may not think it's a really small boat. It doesn't have to be a yacht.
he had an inflatable boat when he was little that he was very, very possessive of, and we went camping and he would be on the lake on the boat quite a bit.
Right, we understand. Okay, let me just take a moment and retrieve the messaging for you, because it's really evident, Valerie, that he's around you, he's around dad, he's around the family. Is there a sister? Is there a younger, there's a sister here, correct?
Yes, she's having a hard time. Yes.
Yes. Is there a name like Erin, Elizabeth, name? Is that a middle name? What is, yeah, so it's never no. So just tell me where the E is. Is there an Edie, Edith?
Can't think of anything right now.
That's okay, that's a better answer. You will when we're done, which is fine. But I also hear that he's really encouraging the family to go on a boat ride. I don't know what that is. Is that the cruise, or is that, what is that? Why do I hear it
I
again?
just put the reservation on very upscale Iceland cruise on very upscale expedition boat for next May.
Thank you very much.
Yesterday I did that.
Great. So guess what? He's going with you.
He would like that, yeah.
So what you're going to do is you're going to also bring his picture with you. You know that, you do anyway. Is there anything particular with his ashes or his urn or anything like that that you're supposed to be thinking about? Is there anything like that, sweetheart?
He is buried. He's not cremated. We're Jewish. We do have the lock of his hair that I don't know what my husband done with it, because everywhere we go, we travel a lot. We take it with us and we release a little bit with us.
Right. So he's just reminding you that this is, perhaps it's not ashes, it's hair. He's asking to go on the trip with you. He wants to be in the water. So the other thing is that what's always interesting with mediums, and they give messages like that are direct from their children, it has more to do with the piece that you're doing what they're telling you to do, like following their guidance step by step. I call it homework. It's a lot more than that. It's guidance that they're giving you so they can stay connected with you, and you listen and you do that. But it's also about the connection that you're having with him, less than the hair that you throw overboard. You understand? Because they want, yes. So he says to you, I love you. You know, I love the family. It was never about anything but that. And he says that he knows he was born into an incredibly beautiful, loving family. He says that not everybody had it as good as we did. And he says, Mom, you've come a long, long way. And he says, you always understood what privilege is. He says, but what privilege is, privilege does. And you feel like the privilege of having children was the most significant aspect of your life. And he says to you, I'm still here. And even though it's in a different way, he says to you, we look so much alike. He says to you that you can't ever forget me, because that would be forgetting you. And it's not even about just forgetting, but he's talking about remembering him in spiritual ways and in this new relationship that you have with him, because it can't be what it was. He says firsthand, he says like deckmate, I don't even know what this means. I have no idea. And saying to you, which is funny because it's also a connection to cards. Take that. And so he's saying to you, maybe you have tarot cards. I don't know. Maybe you didn't have them before. Don't know. Maybe you're supposed to get them.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So the thing is, he's saying to you that the reunions are very real for you. And he loves that this isn't the end of your relationship with him. He says it brought everybody to a different place. He knows his sister is having a harder time with it, but you're older, wiser, you've seen more life, you're more compassionate and understanding, and you know it. And you're also being patient with those that are coming along eventually. And so you have to ask for signs for even your daughter, because she'll become much more of a believer in the afterlife, and she needs to have that turn of awareness. But you can't put it on somebody. You have to just ask for it to come to her. He says to you, talk to me. I will make sure that she has it. There will be synchronicity on that Iceland trip that you can't even imagine. So have it, do it, stay connected. And he's telling everybody hello. So let him do that. And I really appreciate you making that connection to Babs as well.
Thank you, Elaine.
You're welcome so much.
I want to real quickly say that around his first anniversary, I had the healing session with a healer, and she used Gaia cards. Gaia, I never heard before. And she was pulling cards and they didn't make sense to me. And she had me pull the card, and it was the serendipity card. So it meant serendipity. So that's what I'm thinking about, but I cannot,
But it goes deeper than that, Valerie.
Yeah,
you need to get the Gaia cards yourself.
I will.
Okay, right. And it's like you play with the deck, and you're playing with spirit when you're doing that. And it's a shift of consciousness. You're definitely not the same person that you were. You're probably more illuminated than you've ever been in your life. And you have a choice to move into the darkness and move into and take all the time that you need to grieve, which is true. Nobody can tell you that process, how long it is. But also at the same time, you can illuminate and be that deeper peace just within your own body composition. And it's absolutely clear that you're doing that. And it takes extraordinary energy and intention and inspiration, but you have it. So use it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Love you. Sending love.
Wow, that was beautiful as well. Thank you, Elaine. Oh, and also, please, Valerie, send me a validation story if you can. Elizabeth at helpingparentsheal.org. We would just love that. And with a beautiful picture of your son as well. So yes, go ahead. I think we still have time. So
good.
If you'd like to do a third one here.
Sure.
Just help out in the chat box.
Thank you. Hold on, please. Okay. Unusual name. Fallon. I don't know if that's last name or first name. Fallon. There's another name like Fern. It's an F name. Fallon, Floss, a name like that. And the number was 10 October, the month of October. And this might be this person's name or the last name. Is there a Flossie or Floss? I don't think that's it. Was there a first response to that?
Let's see. Alan loves to floss. October 10th is significant. My son's birthday is the 10th. Fear no, freaks. Let's see. We don't have anything that seems.
So we understand that
my son was piggybacking. Okay. That's nice, Shelley. My son. Harold.
Okay, so did I write this word? Oh, no, that was that person's name. Okay. So again, just stating it, the last name, first name, Fallon, or Fern or Flossie, a name like that. And if we don't understand that, Faithy, born October, that's a niece. Oh, I love a niece, a living niece, Florence. I'm not sure about that last one. Can we take a look at that?
Okay, so that's Carol. Carol Barak. Irene, could you help?
Do you
then-
want to speak with her, Elaine?
I think so.
Okay, I've asked her to unmute. Hi, Carol.
Hi.
Hi, Carol. Let's see. Could
Hi,
you say something one more time and I'll try to find you in the spotlight.
I see her.
How are you?
Oh, you see her. Yeah, I see her too. Here we go.
Okay.
Okay, there we are.
Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. And so, what was October? Is that the date of
October
your,
is significant because my son's birthday is October and my daughter passed October.
thank you. And then how was the Fallon name? Is there something like that? Fallon?
I've got niece Florence and I've got a daughter Felicity.
Oh, so is Felicity, okay, but the Felicity is your daughter here or the daughter no
Correct.
longer here?
Yes. Yes. No. That
Okay,
Felicity's the
so
daughter
you
here.
have a son here, you have a
Also,
daughter on the
yes.
other side, and you have a
Correct.
daughter here, correct?
Correct. Yes.
Okay, I understand, thank you. And you're wanting to connect to your daughter?
If possible, yes.
Of course, for sure, yes. And then I also think what's really important, Carol, is that there's an A name that's a part of this too. Is there an Annette or an A name that's important? Do you actually call her Angel?
Yes. Yes.
You do call her Angel like commonly?
Yes. 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 Yes.
And is she telling me that you have an angel on your fireplace? Like, so you have a mantle and I have a white mantle and I have a white
Yes,
angel.
there
Where
is,
am I
yes.
looking?
Correct.
I'm in your house right now?
Yes. Yes, there is. My son just took it. That's why I thought, where is it? But yeah, my son's just taken it. Yes, there's a little white angel that sits next to a picture. But yes.
Yeah, I know. Is that creepy that I'm in your house, but I'm not really in your
No,
house?
I'm not there. I'm on holiday, so it's fine.
That's why I said that, because I don't usually say, is that creepy? But like, you're not home.
I'm
I'm
not home.
breaking
It's
in.
fine. Yeah, feed the dog. It's fine.
So what's really important about this, with sincerity here to understand that she may have known that her brother took it, because I'm not sure why she's going to that, but it is a message of, connecting to him, because, oh my God, so sweet. So she's very connected to him and he wants to connect to her more. He really wants to understand how she can be an angel and do angels exist. And she wants to prove it to him. So that's very interesting to me. Can you tell me, did he just get on is she on a different team or sports team or hoping to be on a sports team or play sports with a particular group of people that he isn't? Does that make sense?
You know what makes sense? We had this conversation yesterday with him that she was a very good sports person. And he said he wished she was still here so she could be on his hockey team. Yeah, we had that conversation literally yesterday while we were out playing.
Crazy, but not. What we want you to understand is that they talk about what you just talked about because they're around you. So you need to know that she's eavesdropping on your conversations. More important than that is the fact that she knows that he really wants her to be around.
Yeah.
It would be really important, and maybe he's considering it, or I don't know, your conversations about an angel being next to him, meaning that Don't know if it's jewelry or even furthermore, a tattoo or a tattoo of wings. I'm not suggesting to a mom that your child get a tattoo, but in some ways I am. Let him come up with it himself. When you're ready to say yes, then that all happens. But it's really important for you to make the connection, to know how far he's reaching in order to feel the depth of her angelic wings. I just want you to hear that and understand it, because he is. But this is also part of his soul's growth and your mom still. She says to the sister, congratulations. So is it her birthday? Is what's going on with her that she's saying congratulations to her? She just graduated?
Yes.
Graduated. Okay, great.
She's about to graduate. Yeah.
Yep. So she's saying congratulations on the graduation. She's saying to her that that's fun. There's some type of scholarship that she is getting. She's telling her sister that she's going to help her find some money for education. Don't know how, can't give you the unlock for the combination other than it's coming your way. It seems like it may be granted to you by somebody that is family or just outside of family. Don't know who that is, but seek it out and remember to be receptive. She says to you that she always wants to give back for everything that you gave to her. So she's saying to you, this is the best way she knows of being in several places so that she can connect to you more often. Final part here is an H name. Is that a last name? Is that a last name? H, Carol? Is there a Helen?
I cannot think right now. Page name. I cannot think. Sorry.
Right. So try not to say that, because then you won't. And that's the literal part that I coach people to saying, well, if I can't think, then I'm not going to think. So I'm going to throw my H at you again to just say, is that a last name like Henrik or Henry or Henri that is not spelled out? Do you know the H name? Is that beginning, middle, end? Is H significant to her? Is that the name of her school? Okay, then I'm just gonna, okay, that's fine. I'm gonna let it sit. I just want to get you one more piece, or do you have a question for her?
I just want to know sort of what's the best way for us to connect with her.
Thank you. Really good question. I just heard before you said it, because they usually answer the question before you say it. And it's similar to some thematic messages that were given tonight. It's so much more about, some of us get panicky about respecting them. Like, where do we do it and how do we do it? And are we doing it right? The thing is that if you're coming from your heart and not overthinking it, it's always going to be all right, because that's what's going to be experienced, not something that's over contemplative or over thought out. So what I just heard before you asked the question was, she says, it's really important for you to sit around and light a candle and a white candle and just have honest conversations about what it is that you're all feeling. Not everybody gets to do that with other people, and certainly not family. Then I think you sit back, you all get peaceful, and you breathe, and you may see that light go out. You might see that light do something fun, and you might just feel the peace at a level amongst your family that you haven't felt before, because you're providing a forum to have conversations with her. That's her biggest suggestion. It's a place of prayer and peace, and we're not necessarily an old-fashioned prayer anymore, even though prayer is immensely helpful, but we're also now in the evolution of consciousness receiving. So we can ask these questions and we can pray, but we can also listening. The sitting and the meditation is listening to them so that we may feel, sense, and know something different than we did before. That will happen to you as you gather. I'm also being told that you should be gathering. Do you understand the number 18? Is that important? The 8th, like July 8th or the July 18th? Is there anything about that?
That's Florence's birthday. That's my niece's birthday.
Oh, is that the original niece that with the name Flossie or something?
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, that's so interesting. Would she be invited into this circle of connection?
She's only little. She's only just turning 4.
I'm not sure some of that matters, to be quite honest, which is really interesting because this conversation started that way. Sometimes those that are so little, they are so open And you may
Yes.
want her around, even for the brevity, the lightness of it, you might want her around. So it
Okay.
sounds like you might be seeing that niece somehow, some way soon. And
Yes.
this is something that you can do with family. And that's what your daughter is suggesting to you. She's sending everybody a lot of love, but she also has the capability of sending it in a different way. And this is why she wants everybody to be calm and quiet. Don't be
That's a
surprised
good
if the
tip.
lights go out or if there's an electrical charge or something like that. It's just a big, beautiful hello.
Makes
Thank you,
sense. Yes,
Carol.
thank you. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're
Thank
so
you.
welcome. My pleasure.
Thank you.
That was amazing. Oh my gosh, Elaine, that was just so much fun. And again, Carol, if you can send me something for the newsletter, that would be wonderful. And of course, with a beautiful picture of Olivia, if you can. And I just feel so grateful for all of these. It's so funny because we have so many people in the chat box saying that everything that you say applies to them as well. So it's wonderful to have our kids piggybacking so much. And as Irene always says, a reading for one person is a reading for everyone. And that's exactly what happened tonight. And we truly appreciate it. And thank you, Elaine, for being here. We'll definitely have you back. And before we do so, we always ask everyone to unmute themselves and say
Thank you,
Yes.
Elaine. It was
Thank you,
wonderful.
Elaine.
Wonderful.
You.
So
Elaine.
Thank you,
So
Elaine.
blessed.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So
Thank you.
much.
Thank you.
amazing.
Lots of love.
Thank you.
Elaine.
Good night.
Thursday.
I enjoyed
Good
it.
night,
Thank
everybody.
you.
Thank
It
you.
was wonderful.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We're so
Thank you.
appreciative.
Thank you.
Uplifting
Good
reading
night.
this evening. Thank you. Have a wonderful evening, and we'll see you on Thursday, everyone.